Guys, for today's video is going to be on, I already have these installed on my boat. I just documented me installing them. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over how I installed these flush slam latches. That's what they call them. And a couple modifications that I have to do, just to make them work. You got to do different things for different framing, different hatches. I will show you how to install the catch plate. This is what catches the latch. So it'll go like this. Picture your door, it'll lock, and that's how you open it. So I will show you guys all of that. Things you would need: you're gonna need a drill with a hole saw, bit. I got a 2-inch because this is 2-inch. So I got a 2-inch hole saw bit, a drill, some Gorilla Glue, and I picked up some stainless steel screws for just miscellaneous screws for boats. So, and you need a tape measure. So let's get started. I'll show you guys what I'm doing today. Okay, so we're going to be installing a flush mount latch right here. I already have the gas strut installed here, and the reason why this is curling is because I didn't install the flush mount latch. I should have installed it right away. Now this dried and it curled on me a little bit, but I will be able to tweak it and get it back to normal. So here you go. So with the latch, we're setting this plate here to determine how you're going to set that plate, how low, from the top of your framing or down. What you do is you butt here, and you got, I say 5/8. So I went 1/2 inch down, and that's what I got, 1/2 inch. And I set it a little bit low. That way when you push this down, it's good. So same thing. If you come up here, so they're a little bit different. If you come up here though, we got, so this plate ain't gonna be flush. You're gonna have to measure from your carpet out, or if you don't have carpet, from your panel out. And that's about it. They're all different because the framing's different. Like see here, so I got 1.5 inches here. Okay, so I know I gotta come back. 1.5 inches is where my plate has to sit. So I got to make this thing come back a little bit further. So I brought it to 1 3/4. That way there's a 1/4 inch hanging when it goes to catch this plate here. Okay, first I find center. It's 25 1/4. So we got 12 1/2, 12 1/2, 12 5/8. 12 5/8. 12 5/8 is our center. I don't know what I'm gonna mark it with. So 12 5/8 is our center. Right there. Middle of that key. It's our center. Okay. That's our center. Remember, we're cutting there, so you don't want to cut that back here. We're cutting a hole there, so it don't matter. is if you pull from here, and if you subtract your 3/8 for your plywood, so right here I got 1 inch. No, I got 7/8. You subtract your 3/8 from your plywood, you got 1/2 inch. That's what they've been falling at. So it's been okay. I wonder if I can put something back there. Almost need to. Let's see. We'll see. And these holes are slotted. So what I do is, I've just been putting them in the middle, and then that way I can adjust it if I need to later on. That's eventually where glue goes also. Measure from my carpet out. Okay, we got 1 inch. And that's to the, I'm measuring to the edge of this. And what I do is I subtract a 1/4 inch for my, because you need this to go in here like this. So 1 inch. One inch to the edge of my rim. And that'll lock in there perfectly. Take this. I don't know where my other battery went. Oh, I know where it's at, but it's in my skill saw bag. I let my father borrow it. Alright, so that's why. Sounds like she worked to me. Perfect. I love it. Worked out good, guys. Alright, where my handy dandy screws at? Alright, so this is where the glue comes involved. What I do is I take some Gorilla Glue. Wow. That's some strong shit, boy. Take my... And what I do is I take some glue and I put it on here. Just these corners. That's the corners right there. A little bit on the edge, just a little bit. You don't need a lot because this stuff dries and it expands. It's glued. You want to torque. You don't want to torque it too much now. Just a little bit. What happens if you torque it too much, you screw it too much, it that mechanism starts like you don't want to squeeze this together at all, because then this mechanism won't be free. That is it, folks. Do a nice vacuum, and that's it, really. And they are easy to install too. With the gas strut, all you got to make sure is that when this thing closes, how long it is, and like so. So like when it closes, it's like 7 inches. So it closes up to like here. And then you just mark 7 inches back, or 8, I did 8 inches. And that's where you put this plate here. And you lock that in. And then with this, you just figure out, you know, where you need this to be. I did mine on a 90. You figure out where you need it to be, and then you want to line it up to where it don't fall, you know, don't hit over here, and it lines up straight when it falls in, and that just lays, you know, it just goes right up in there, just like that. It's not hard to do. I mean, it's a little bit of thinking, a little bit of math, but it's not hard to do. You make sure you have that clearance, that 7-inch clearance that I was talking about. That is the biggest key, really. And then that thing just goes right on, tucks right on up in there, nice and neat. And I mean, that's it. If you have any other little questions about them, ask me. And I'll be definitely free to answer all your guys' questions. But I just don't think, you know, I'm not going to do a video. There's plenty of videos on them, on how to install them. So I'm just kind of documenting what I do. But with these, I hope I helped you guys out. I mean, it's simple shit. With a couple of these, I actually put screws here also. Here and here, but I went away with that. They don't need them. All these are holding up great. And yeah, they don't need them. But, you know, like I got gas struts on everything. As long as you got the clearance, you're good. No, here. So here, I had to come out and do it kind of like at an angle. And that worked out too. It worked out good, really. Here, just go straight. Make sure you got that 7-inch clearance. And this is just like... Everything's starting to come together too, as all, you know, as it's set. But all right, guys, that's it for today's video, and boat's pretty much done. So all you guys are going to be seeing is lots and lots of fishing. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.